Dongfu invites you to delve deeper into the Dhammapada, the seventh verse from the Buddhist scriptures on the YouTube channel TN Thai USA. Whoever lives contemplating pleasant things, with senses unrestrained, in food immoderate, indolent, inactive, him verily Mara overthrows. As the wind overthrows a weak tree, let us begin gently, with the breath of awareness, as we contemplate this verse together. This verse speaks to the vulnerable heart, to the heart that chases after pleasure, that forgets the path, that lets the winds of the world take root in the branches of its being. When we live with our senses unguarded, when we allow the eye to run after forms, the ear after sounds, the nose after scents, the tongue after tastes, the body after sensations, and the mind after thoughts, then we are not free. We are bound, enslaved, and distracted. The Buddha said that Mara, the tempter, the embodiment of delusion and death, overthrows such a being, just like the wind topples a weak tree. Why weak? Because the roots do not run deep, because the soil is dry, because the tree has not stood in the rains of mindfulness, nor weathered the storms of discipline. Dear friends, to be weak in the spiritual sense is not a judgment. It is a state of unawareness. It is a forgetting of the noble path, a turning away from our true refuge. When we seek only pleasure, when we indulge without restraint, when our food is not measured, when our days are filled with laziness and inaction, then Mara is near, not as a demon outside, but as a tendency within. Mara is not a stranger. Mara is the impulse to avoid discomfort, the desire to remain in comfort, to cling to passing pleasures, to forget impermanence. The tree that stands strong is not the one that never faces wind, but the one whose roots go deep, deep into mindfulness, into restraint, into awareness, into the Dharma. What is restraint? It is not repression. It is the gentle act of remembering, of pausing, of not reacting impulsively, of guarding the gates of our senses. The eyes can still see, but do we chase after beauty? The ears can still hear, but do we crave sweet sounds? The tongue may taste, but do we indulge to excess? Mindful living is not about denial. It is about balance. It is about knowing what leads to peace and what leads to suffering. When we eat mindfully, with moderation, with gratitude, then food becomes a sacred offering, not a chain of craving. When we move our bodies, when we work, when we walk, when we care for others, we are not inactive. Inactivity, as spoken of in this verse, is not merely physical stillness, but spiritual dullness, a lack of effort in the path. The Buddha praised wise effort, right effort, the effort to abandon what is unwholesome, and to cultivate what is wholesome. To be indolent is to allow the weeds of delusion to grow, to sleep while the heart burns, to be alive but not awakened. The wind is not the enemy. The world is not the obstacle. It is the weakness of the roots, the frailty of attention, that causes us to fall. Let us strengthen our roots. Let us turn inward. Let us anchor in mindfulness. Let us live with moderation. Let us practice restraint. Let us cherish effort, not for some distant goal, but for the peace that arises here and now, for the joy that is free from clinging. To live contemplating pleasant things is to live outwardly, constantly seeking, but to live the Dharma is to live inwardly, seeing clearly. Not all that is pleasant is wholesome. Not all that is sweet brings peace, and not all that is difficult brings harm. Sometimes the hard path is the one that liberates. Sometimes the bitter medicine is what heals. The Buddha did not teach against pleasure. He taught against attachment. He taught the path of freedom. When the senses are restrained, when food is taken in moderation, when we are active in goodness, when we are mindful in effort, then Mara cannot touch us. Mara passes like a cloud, and the tree stands firm. Our practice is to become like the strong tree, rooted in virtue, watered by mindfulness, sheltered by wisdom, so that when the winds of desire come, we sway but do not fall. When the winds of fear come, we bend but do not break. Let us reflect gently. Are our senses guarded? Is our food moderate? Is our effort steady? Are we practicing, not to judge, but to awaken, not to blame, but to remember? Each moment is a turning point. Each breath is a return. Each thought can be watched. Each desire can be understood. In this understanding, Mara loses his power. In this awareness, the roots grow deep. We do not need to run from the world. We need only to be awake in it, to eat mindfully, to live simply, to walk gently, to think clearly, to rest deeply in the Dharma. then Mara has no hold. Then the wind may blow, but the tree will not fall. Let us reflect more deeply. What does it mean to be overthrown? It means to be shaken from truth, to be tossed from peace, to be scattered by the winds of craving and fear. When we lose sight of the present moment, when we cling to things that change, when we forget the breath, we are already falling. The mind that does not know moderation is like a boat without a rudder, drifting in the currents of desire. Pleasant sights, sounds, tastes, they come and go, but the one who chases them is never at rest. The Buddha taught the middle way, not too tight, not too loose, not indulgence, not self-torture, but the path of wisdom. This path is paved with mindfulness, with awareness of the body, of feelings, of the mind, of phenomena. The one who lives the Dharma walks in quiet strength, because they are not moved by every wave of desire. Let us cultivate contentment. Let us practice gratitude. Let us rest in simplicity. The Buddha said, "Contentment is the highest wealth." He who is content, who lives in moderation, who restrains the senses, who practices the Dharma, is like a strong tree. It may rain, it may storm, but it does not fall. Let us make the Dharma our shelter. Let us live not just by hearing the teachings, but by practicing them. Each day, each step, each breath. The lazy mind is Mara's field, but the diligent heart is the ground of awakening. Wakefulness is the path to the deathless. Unmindfulness is the path to death. Those who are mindful do not die. Those who are heedless are as if dead already. We water the roots by meditation. We strengthen the trunk by sila, ethical conduct. We grow the branches by wisdom, and our fruit is peace. Our fruit is freedom. Let us look again at the body, our vessel in this life. How often do we take care of it with mindfulness? Are we feeding it with wisdom or just habit? Are we honoring its rhythms, its needs, its fragility? When we are careless with the body, the mind too becomes careless. Let us reflect on the speech we use. Words can either bind or liberate. Do we speak out of craving, out of laziness, out of indulgence? Or do we speak with compassion, clarity, and truth? Every word we say can either deepen our roots or loosen them. So let our speech be Dharma. Let it be kind, restrained, thoughtful. Let us reflect on the company we keep. Who do we invite into our lives? Are they companions on the path? Do they inspire clarity, virtue, and effort? Or do they lead us into distraction and neglect? The tree of awakening thrives in the right environment. Surround yourself with Dharma friends, with those who remind you to walk the noble path. Let us now look at the breath, our most faithful companion. It teaches us impermanence. It teaches us presence. It teaches us return. When we are tossed by desire, when we forget the path, just return to the breath. Let the breath guide you home. Mara may whisper many things, but the breath whispers truth. The breath whispers calm. Let us wake up with the sunrise. Greet the day with gratitude. Eat with awareness. Speak with kindness. Work with effort. Rest with humility. Let us live our days like trees, reaching up with aspiration and rooting down with steadiness. Every craving we let go is a wind we no longer fear. Every act of mindfulness is another ring in our spiritual trunk. Let us take refuge again and again in the triple gem. Let us renew our vow to wakefulness, to not be overthrown by laziness or indulgence, to not be seduced by distraction. Let our mornings begin with intention. Let our evenings end with reflection. Let each meal be a mindfulness bell, each conversation a chance to embody compassion. The weak tree is not condemned. It is invited to grow. It is nourished with effort. It is cared for by the practice. In Sangha, we support each other. With the teachings, we illuminate the way. With mindfulness, we build resilience. Let us bow to this moment with reverence and humility. Let us say quietly within our hearts, I will live with intention. I will restrain my senses. I will nourish the roots of wisdom, so that when Mara comes, he finds no doorway, only the stillness of presence, only the clarity of awareness, only the strength of a tree deeply rooted. Additional 30-minute expansion. And now, dear friends, as we move even deeper into this sacred reflection, let us consider the role of patience in our practice. Just as a tree does not grow tall overnight, our spiritual progress unfolds gradually. Patience is the silent strength that endures rain and drought. That does not rush, but keeps steady. When cravings arise, when distractions pull us away, when fatigue clouds our mind, let us meet these moments with patience, not impatience that fuels frustration, not denial that hides discomfort, but patience, the gentle knowing that this too passes. The Buddha taught us about the impermanence of all things, and patience is the wisdom that rests in this truth. When we cultivate patience, we no longer grasp desperately. We allow experiences to come and go, like clouds crossing the sky. Patience softens the heart. It opens the way for compassion. It nurtures understanding. Let us also reflect on the importance of joy in practice. Joy is not the fleeting happiness of sensory pleasure, but the deep gladness that arises from living rightly. When we let go of craving, when we act with kindness, when we rest in mindfulness, joy blossoms like a flower in the heart. It is a sign that our roots grow strong, that the tree is healthy and alive. Do not mistake joy for indulgence. It is a calm joy, a quiet contentment, a richness that no external event can shake. Let this joy inspire your effort. Let it be the light that guides you through difficulties. And finally, let us touch on wisdom. Wisdom is the shelter of the tree, the clarity that sees Mara's strategies, the insight that knows the true nature of all things. Wisdom arises from study, from meditation, from reflection, but also from daily life, from honest facing of our habits, from gentle seeing of our tendencies. Let us commit to cultivating wisdom, not just as knowledge, but as lived understanding. When we act with wisdom, our choices reflect the Dharma. Our steps lead us closer to freedom. So, dear friends, as we conclude this extended reflection, may patience, joy, and wisdom be the soil, water, and sunlight of your practice. May they nourish you. May they sustain you. May they help you stand strong in any storm. And may you remember always that the winds will come, but your roots can grow ever deeper. That Mara will tempt, but your heart can be steady. That the world will change, but your peace can remain. Thank you for your presence, your sincerity, your openness. May the blessings of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha fill your life with light and love. Namo Amitabha Buddha. May the Dharma nourish your days.